Welcome. My name is Melissa. I'm going to be your cosmic guide today. We're going to talk about space balls. We're going to talk about crystals that have extraterrestrial energy connection. And we're going to talk about the communication and connection with the multi-dimensions and possibly extraterrestrial energies or bandwidth, like energies, beings. I'm going to start out with the Spaceball story as I hold a little bit of, these are called tektites. So I'm going to hold the Spaceballs, tektites, which are some of my favorite crystals for years. I used to live in Texas, and I remember ordering my first tektites, and I felt them and I touched them, and I thought they were peculiar and curious. So tektites are energy that forms into stone, to rock, to crystal as a meteor enters the atmosphere and burns up really quickly. So it's rocks with extraterrestrial energy, information, vibes that form quickly as it comes into the Earth's atmosphere. Spaceballs. The tektites are some of my favorite. There's also, of course, moldavite and some different other kinds of tektites, different places, different meteor substances. Here's one. There's a De Campo. And it's just silver. It looks like they call it etching silver. I have some more pieces, but I just happen to have one on my hand. So the tektites can bring us a little bit of like calm peace. So it's almost like from the cosmos, it brings a little bit of a grounding and clearing. So that's what the tektites do for me. And it's just a reminder of peace or a reconnection with the cosmos, which are very peaceful and in divine order. So to me, the little black tektite balls feel like they bring divine order very gently, very quietly, peacefully, and just brings a knowing. So it's like it just knowing back into me and helps me heal or work on certain aspects of myself gently, smoothly, peacefully. So that's tektite. Tektite. You can get little pieces, you can get shiny pieces, but mostly these are not polished. They are just tektite stones. Come flying in with meteor fire and outer space structure, cells, all that kind of stuff, and tektite coming in from the cosmos to bring us a little bit of energy. And it's also a little bit, I always say it's a little bit strange to deal with the extraterrestrial different groups or layers. I always call them bandwidths. So in the different energy bandwidths, it's sort of like a radio signal. All of us, all of our frequencies are in different bandwidths. And so we could also say that for the sake of describing what this is like, saying it's sort of like dimensions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not really like that, sort of like that, but it's not really like that. But the different frequencies or dimensions hold different types of energies and beings. And so most of the higher dimensions don't need physical bodies. They don't need to look a certain way because they are energy. But I always say when we are working with our abilities, our gifts, our talents, connected with our spiritual connections coming back or the veil thinning, the extraterrestrials sometimes are a little bit peculiar or intense to communicate with. And yes, I didn't realize it because I was always going on UFO tours, and I like I love that subject, a little ancient aliens, please. And in Sedona, where I live, it's kind of normal for us to be asked about the UFOs or extraterrestrial things. So in different places, this might be a little bit more um, obscure subject and topic, or a little bit scary to people. And I didn't know it was scary to people, like movies, like the B movies where the aliens are coming in to be scary. Um, I'm sure there are dark entities and aliens. Yes, we all know this. I am not talking about those kind when I am talking about connecting, channeling, communicating with the extraterrestrials. I'm only talking about pure light beings. And all of us in the whole world have had interaction with some kind of extraterrestrial energy, or we all have a little bit of shadow or connections. It's just something, we could say that about interaction with people. Sometimes you're just like, no, when you come in contact with someone. So those could be the, like the icky ones, the icky aliens. And it's in everything. It's in every circumstance. It's in everything. However, you can always ask for only pure divine light connections. And in the movies, they're, with abductions and scary things, those things have happened. Those things, there's a decrease in that. We're not allowing, the universe is not allowing that to happen, like humans to be subjects of as much abomination and atrocity, experiments, things like that, mind control. But let's just go over this. A lot of, if you believe in conspiracy theories, a lot of it comes from our shadow government. Mind control, MK Ultras, experiments on groups of people, stuff like that. People or extraterrestrials, there's light and dark. I am talking about the light beings, pure divine light. And in that, they sometimes will just say something very quickly. If I ask to speak to the council of, like Pleiadian council, please, they might say, yes, it's not time, or yes, we will talk to you, or no, it's not time. So they will help protect you. The light, the divine, pure light will protect you from those things. And here in Sedona, we've all seen sightings, everyone I know. And we've all experienced a little extraterrestrial vibe here and there. And I just think it's pretty cool. So it's always been a subject of mine. And so if you want to connect, you can ask. Might take a moment if you would like to see with your eyes a UFO or unidentified moving something. You always want to ask for the pure light. No agendas, no weirdness, no attachments, no ideas, no manipulation. As we know, manipulation is the number one, top three at least, tactic of the darkness, of the old dark matrix that's releasing out of the universe. It's about time. So when I'm talking to people or mentoring people or doing readings, cosmic readings, where we connect with your star families, or investigate or look into your background origins, I'm pretty sure all of us are starseeds in some way. Some of us just came here a little bit more awakened in some areas, or have kind of extra remembrance of home. And sometimes we remember, we know inside we have special purposes. So with that said, starseeds, we're going to pull a card and see how the energy's going. And I will tell you about the space balls. So I'm also working with Quantum Quattro, which has just got kind of a extra energy. They're kind of hard to get. So when I picked this one up at a store, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have this. And then later I had to buy some more, which this is a raw piece that has shadowkite in it, which is for our connection, cosmic connection, psychic, intuitive, sensitive, healing, knowing, and energy. So I'm just adding that to the space balls today. I'm going to pull a card for us to ask about what we can expect upcoming in our connections with the extraterrestrials, with the cosmos, with the divinity in our skies, outer space, and see if that we can get just like a nudge and pull a couple cards. I like it. Look at that. There's Einstein and Tesla right there. This is the Archangel Shamuel card. Shamuel card. A lot of the archangels have the last two letters are EL, and that means of God. Shamuel. So the card says genius. And look at that. If that's not extraterrestrial, I don't know what is. Look at the cosmos. Look at all the stars. And look at the light language signs, the extraterrestrial signs. And this is light language all around the cards. So I am getting that we can ask, and it is wise to ask for divine intelligence, divine genius, divine knowing of pure divine light. And our teams that are celestial beings, different layers of the universe, different dimensions. We can always ask for pure divine light and the divine genius of the universe. So as always, since I was a kid, I thought, you know what? So some of the most spectacular and amazing people that we know about and people around us, like the musicians, the artists, the speakers, the writers, it doesn't matter what it is. How about this? The scientists, the mathematicians, the physicists, they're channeling from divine genius. So we can ask for that, and we can ask the divine genius energy, the extraterrestrial energies, to come in form of we can call in beings. So of pure divine light, pure divine love, no agendas, safe. And they will never come close or be in your space in a creepy way. But we can ask for a little divine protection and divine genius, divine intelligence to come through them or be around us. They show the best signs, the extraterrestrials. And when they are close or communicating with you, you just feel a little energy flux. And it's not intense in a bad way. It's intense in a strong way. So my friend and I were out on the back patio. We were just relaxing after a busy day, and we were just talking and laughing and talking. And I was at her house, and her yard has walls. We're in Arizona, and we have like kind of adobe walls, and there's nothing behind it. There's an open field and nothing behind it, and it's mowed and in a neighborhood in Phoenix. And so we were just talking and talking about grandchildren and talking about all kinds of things. And out of nowhere, a ball that I would like to always call space ball flew straight down and thumped on the ground a few feet away from us, 6, 7, 8, 9 feet away from us. And we both stopped, and there was no breeze. There were no people. We could have heard them if they had been walking outside of the wall a little bit. And there was nothing going on. And there were a couple of trees, and a pergola that was, which is a awning or a covering over the patio. And it has slats, so you can see above. And the ball wasn't there earlier, so it came straight down in an opening in the sky, about this big, between trees, pergola, and wall. Straight down thump. And we looked at each other. And, well, all I could think was Spaceballs. And she got up first. She ran, and she says, "There's no one out. There's no one here. My neighborhood is not only very quiet, but we could have heard anyone walking close by, anything like that." And I said, "Let's make sure." So we looked through. There's the holes in the wall. Looked over the walls, and every angle, every direction, and we were just like perplexed. And I said, "Was that just stuck in the tree and all of a sudden fell out?" Again, no movement, no air, no breeze, nothing. And we could not figure out how that could have been possible. So we both felt the shift and the change. And I have seen light ship in her backyard. So I don't know if I've ever brought my night vision to her house. I'm not sure. But I did see one with my naked eye, I remember. And the whole energy of beautiful backyard. Perfect green grass that I love to put my little toes in when I'm at her house. But there's just no indication where this space ball came from. Spaceball, pink spaceball from the sky. So we could feel the extraterrestrial energy, maybe the Galactic Federation, maybe they were just checking in on us. We had both in our own worlds, I think. I can't speak for her, but been working on our next steps, our awakenings, our ascension, our shadow work, life, family stuff, all kinds of things. And the spaceball incident was it was unmistakable extraterrestrial. So we said, what can we know? And I asked if there was a reason for this sign. And they said there would be more to come, that we would understand more. However, it was to remind us of the healing and the expansion in our hearts. And that's what I've been working on. I've had a hard time with that, opening up my heart, trusting, communication in relationships, things like that. I'm relearning and learning again. And so it was an indication of that, as well as we're here. And we are connected. We hear you. And again, throughout my life, it's not that unusual. We want to make sure they're pure light. We want to make sure that the messages are, like I always say, prove it in pure divine light. Messages are clear and I'm receiving them correctly. But it had to do, it was a sign of healing and opening our hearts and the cosmic heart, which is not really supposed to look like this, I don't think, but it's super extraterrestrial, right? This is super cosmic right here. It fell down, thump. So we left it there. We didn't touch it. We looked everywhere else out, and we, at every angle, tried to figure out how this could have happened, and it just seems to be mysterious. And I said, well, the veil is thin anyway, and the extraterrestrials, they don't understand why we live in gated communities, or lock the doors, because no being in the universe, in the higher frequencies, in the 5D and above, would violate or go into anyone else's home space like the humans are just irrationally known for. So they don't understand, because all of the laws of the universe are always adhered to, just sort of just natural. And I thought that the space ball was in the lines of Spaceballs. Pretty cool. Tektite. Signs, Spaceballs from the sky. Connection with the extraterrestrials. Signs from the extraterrestrials. Spaceballs. Yeah. Let's pull a couple more cards and see if there are any messages that we can receive from the divine intelligence of pure divine light of Source God, and our extraterrestrial families and friends and councils, in the heavens, in the light, in the multi dimensions. Huh. So I'm using this really freakishly weird. I had to have it, of course, since UFO tours and all, and extraterrestrial life, my whole life. It's called Mystic Martian Oracle, and it was just super cheesy and weird, and I love it. I haven't quite figured it all out yet. I only used it twice, but Shadow Self is what came up, and remember, sometimes when we're working with patterns and our abilities are unfolding, if we're working with someone else in relationships, our shadows can grow and seem really big. Here's that crescent moon. We're in this crescent moon time right now, where we're not quite sure. It's not the full awareness, but look how big that shadow is. It looks, it's a little bit larger than life, eh? So in this, I am receiving the message that the cosmos, the extraterrestrials, star families, star beings are here, and disclosures, really, it's kind of already happened. But as we know, the government is opening up what were previously secret documents and stories and things, and kind of letting us know that they had been lying or keeping things away, from the herds of humans. So some of the things like that subject, the shadows, the dark or energies or the worries of the dark beings, that's intense and gross, and people have been hurt by things like that. But maybe the shadows are bullies and have been gross and yucky and scary in the past, and we are coming out of that, where we cannot be found, or that we're not in those dimensions anymore. Crop circles, things like that. Oh, this is a good one. Crop circles and things like that are signs, signals, messages in itself. So there's really cool ways to read the divine intelligence in the patterning in the matrix around us, which would be patterns in everything. And if everything's energy, there are patterns that make everything appear solid or be solid, like furniture for us. So the fabric of that on earth in our human minds and consciousness is being shifted a little bit. So if we want to keep our eyes open for patterns in the universe, cosmos, from the cosmos, and ask God, Source, Divine Light, or the all layers of the multidimensional light beings, we can, and feel it in kind of groovy ways. So I'm feeling some answers come in, and I just keep evading this subject, but here's number 24, Venusians. So this would be people from Venus. And we can ask and wonder, are there people, beings still living on Venus? Or is that it's almost like Earth, another time, another place? They're saying that the Venus ones, and in our charts, in the way the systems, which would be in the matrix, are set up, Venus has to do with love. So there's the goddess Venus and all kinds of things, all throughout history. It says romance will be important, soulmates, empathy, and compassion. And I just added compassion. So that's kind of in the energy and what we can expect and look forward to in the next days. As we're thinking about space balls, we should send space balls to our soulmates and our soul flames and our starseed companions around the world, like little wink, a little smooch, a little hug, and a space ball over to them of higher frequency, and just remind people know that we know or we don't know our soul tribes or ground crew here, that we love them and support them, um, and hold them in high regard and respect and love, and we've got their back. Pretty cool. Spaceballs. So you can just ask. I'm going to pull one more starseed card for us for the rest of the week as we are opening up, stepping through the portals, stepping through the veils, and recalibrating into stability and balance, where we can recognize and understand our space balls or our patterns or our messages from divine intelligence, divine genius. How's that? I should hold on that because I'm not looking, I'm just, that one. Gotta be kidding. And this one on top is kind of falling, so I'm taking it. I love these cards. Light. If there are beings in the universe, and we know there are different layers, different dimensions, different types of beings in the universe, and we know there are. They are also God's children. So we ask in the light. So I got light. And this is what the extraterrestrial multidimensions are also promising to bring to us and asking from us as well. Light, it's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Yes, it is. Spaceballs, some of us are uniquely our own kind of groovy people. The other one that was sticking out that I had to take was signs. Keep your eyes open, keep your energy open, keep your ideas open to pure divine light signs and messages, codings from the universe. And this time period is going to open up our crown chakra a little bit more and pull us into balanced flow in pure divine light in ourselves. That will make us quicker, more capable, more connected in our intuition, sensitivities, abilities to heal, and our knowledge and all that kind of stuff. So signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Oh, Spaceballs. And certainly many other signs and synchronicities. Good job, everybody. Good job, starseeds. Thank you for holding your light. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being willing to come to this place and get hurt and battered around while we cleanse and clear our shadow work. Thank you to the, I want to put that card up, the Venus and all of us, the vibe, the pure love energy that is opening up further, that surpasses any kind of love that we've ever known in our human forms. Unconditional love, romantic love, connection of higher love like never before. So thank you for that, starseeds, as well. Thank you for coming here and being the ones that are having to heal the deepest wounds and traumas of humanity. Thank you for being here and being stomped on by soulmates, loved ones, so that we can get with it and pull the strings, not strings like creepy, but strings of the universe back in order, in pure divine order or light. And so we can come back and recognize in the mirror love around us and in each other. And thank you, Starseeds, for being the ones to recognize your Starseed soulmates, divine counterparts, your Starseed children, your Starseed twin flames, your Starseed teachers. You guys have done a great job. Thank you. Thank you for being you. And I shall see you soon. And hope you guys all, in your own ways, get a little spaceball news. Little spaceballs. Little spaceballs. Thank you. If you want an appointment, a reading, a healing, a past life, future life regression, or to connect with your cosmic family, your star families, the information boxes are in websites are below. Thank you.